Guys, this is honestly such heartbreaking news. TikTok influencer Kaelin Bradshaw, who touched thousands of hearts with her story and her incredible strength, has sadly passed away at the young age of 29. If you've been following her journey, you already know Kaelin had been documenting her battle with a rare and aggressive cancer called stage 4 cholangiocarcinoma. That's a cancer of the bile ducts. It's one of those really rare ones that even doctors don't see often. And through it all, she kept sharing her story online with so much honesty, hope, and even humor at times. Kaelin wasn't just another influencer, she was someone who really let her followers into her life. She talked about her treatments, her pain, her fears, but also her gratitude and her love for life. It wasn't easy watching her go through it, but somehow she managed to turn something so painful into something inspiring. People connected with her because she was real. No filters, no fake positivity, just raw honesty and courage. Her husband, Austin, confirmed the devastating news earlier this week in a video posted on her TikTok account. He shared that Kaelin passed away peacefully early Monday morning at exactly 1:27 a.m. He said she was surrounded by her loved ones, and in her final moments, she was holding his hand. He said she wasn't in any pain, and that she left this world peacefully. And that just breaks your heart, doesn't it? To know that she fought so hard and still found peace in the end. Kaelin had talked a lot about her journey on TikTok over the past year. She'd been very open about the emotional and physical toll of her illness, but what really stood out was how much she cared about helping others. She once said that even if she couldn't change her outcome, she wanted her story to give someone else hope. That's something most of us wouldn't even be able to say out loud, let alone share publicly while going through something so painful. Earlier this month, she actually created a GoFundMe page, explaining that her condition had worsened and that she had entered hospice care. She also mentioned how much her husband had done for her through it all, that he was her rock, her biggest supporter. You could just tell how deeply they loved each other. Every time he appeared in her videos, you could see that connection. Since the news broke, her followers have been flooding TikTok and Instagram with tributes. People are posting clips of her smiling, laughing, and even dancing during her treatment days, saying things like, "You inspired us, you showed us what real strength looks like, and rest easy, Queen." And honestly, those comments say it all. Because Kaelin's story wasn't about fame or followers, it was about life. About fighting when things feel impossible. It's crazy to think she only started sharing her story less than a year ago, and yet in that short time, she managed to make such a huge impact. She didn't sugarcoat anything. She showed the hard days, the tears, the exhaustion, but also those small moments of joy, like sitting outside in the sun or laughing with her husband. Those moments are what made her so relatable. Her passing has also drawn attention to how rare cholangiocarcinoma is. It's not a type of cancer that gets much awareness because it's so uncommon, especially in someone her age. Most people diagnosed are much older. So now, her story is shining a light on something that a lot of people didn't even know existed before. That's part of her legacy, bringing awareness, empathy, and human connection through something that could have easily just been tragedy. Her husband said in his message that he plans to keep her TikTok page up so her videos and messages stay alive. That means her followers can still revisit her story, her courage, and her words, which honestly, is such a beautiful thing. She built this little online family. Kaelin's last few posts were emotional but full of acceptance. She talked about finding peace, spending time with loved ones, and being grateful for every single day she had left. It's hard to even imagine being that strong while knowing what's coming, but she somehow did it with grace. So yeah, today the internet's a little quieter, a little sadder. But at the same time, Kaelin's story reminds us to slow down, appreciate the people around us, and not take life for granted. Because if she could face something that terrifying with that much courage and love, then maybe we can learn a thing or two about living fully, not just existing. Rest in peace, Kaelin Bradshaw. You may be gone way too soon, but the mark you left behind, that's never going away. You know, what really hits hard about Kaelin's story is how young she was. 29. That's the age when most people are just getting started with their dreams, traveling, building a family, exploring the world, figuring out life. But instead of getting to do all that, she was fighting for her life. And still, she chose to smile for others, to tell her followers, hey, it's okay to be scared, but don't stop living. That kind of strength is rare. And it's one of those things that makes you pause and really think about how fragile life can be. Austin, her husband, said something really beautiful in his video too. He said that even though Kaelin was sick, she never let the disease define her. She laughed, she joked, she danced when she could, and she talked about their dreams, even knowing she might not get to see them come true. That kind of spirit, man, that stays with you. You can tell their bond was something special. The way he looked at her in those videos, you could just feel the love. After the news of her passing, fans started posting compilations of her most memorable TikTok moments. Some of the clips showed her talking about her treatments, others were just little day-in-the-life videos. Those tiny, ordinary moments are now what people are holding on to. And that's what makes this loss feel so personal for so many. It's like losing a friend you never met, but one who made you feel like you knew her. Even though she had thousands of followers, Kaelin always said she didn't want to be known as an influencer. She just wanted to be Kaelin, a wife, a daughter, a fighter. And I think that's what made people love her even more. She wasn't chasing fame, she was chasing meaning. Every post she made had a purpose, whether it was to raise awareness about her rare cancer or to just remind people to cherish life. And you know what's incredible? The impact she made is already spreading far beyond her own page. After her passing, people who had never even heard of cholangiocarcinoma started searching it up, learning about it, and sharing links to cancer support organizations. That's what real influence looks like. When your story moves people to action, that's when you know you've made a difference. Her family also shared that Kaelin had been planning to write a book or journal about her journey before her health declined. She wanted to help others going through the same battle, not just physically, but emotionally too. Her father, Mark Bradshaw, said she had always been the heart of the family, and that her light would continue to shine through everyone she touched. And honestly, you can see that light in every tribute post that's going up right now. What's even more touching is how her followers are connecting with Austin now, sending him messages, sharing memories of Kaelin, and thanking him for being so supportive during her hardest days. It's like the community she built is now wrapping him in the same love and support she gave them. And I think that's something Kaelin would have wanted. She often said that her biggest wish was for people to spread kindness, to reach out to those who might be struggling in silence. If you go back and watch her older TikToks, you'll notice something beautiful. Even as her health got worse, her smile never faded. She'd crack jokes about hospital food, about losing her hair, or even about her treatment days being spa days. It wasn't because she wasn't scared, she just didn't want to let fear win. And that mindset is something so powerful, something we can all learn from. It's easy to scroll past sad stories online, right? But Kaelin's story stops you. It makes you think about what really matters. It's not about numbers, followers, or views, it's about connection, about showing up for each other, about living fully even when you don't know how much time you have left. In the end, Kaelin left behind more than memories, she left behind a message. That you can find peace, even in pain. That you can inspire others, even when you're the one suffering. And that you can be remembered, not for what you lost, but for what you gave. So as her followers continue to share her videos and her words, one thing's for sure, Kaelin Bradshaw's story isn't ending here. Her voice, her courage, and her light are going to keep reaching people, one scroll at a time. And maybe that's exactly what she wanted, to leave a little bit of hope in the world, one video, one person, one moment at a time. Rest easy, Kaelin. You've done more than most people do in a lifetime. You've shown the world that even when life gets impossibly hard, love and strength can still shine through.